Alright, hey, what's going on, everyone? Strider's here with Closing the Case, doing a little bit of an interview section here on his LeBlanc play from this game. I'm very excited because LeBlanc is one of my favorite champions, so go ahead and say hello, Closing the Case.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm closing the case. Formerly known as Lil John, or some of you might know me as Girls Laughing, or closing the case, or on the case. I changed my IGN so many times, so as of now, I'm closing the case.
Why do you change your name so much anyway?
I don't know, I just get tired of it. Some people buy skins. I like to change my IGN.
Oh, yeah, I understand. I do the same thing all the time. I always change my IGN, so it's pretty funny.
It just
I
gets
thought I was
tired
the
after
only
a while.
one.
No, it just gets tired after a while.
Yeah. Alright, so earlier I actually heard that you were on a team. So what team are you on? Are you guys doing anything crazy with that?
So I'm currently in the team No Return Gaming. And as of now, we're just trying to get Challenger. We're practicing 9 hours a day, and it's just a recent team. I just got picked up 2 weeks ago, but we're just going strong, and I think we're gonna get to Challenger. Hopefully, getting to MLG Anaheim. We'll see about that, but we're going strong. I think we have a pretty good shot at it.
That would be awesome. I think I will be going to MLG Anaheim, so hopefully
Oh,
I'll
so
see you there.
maybe we'll meet up.
Yeah. So are you guys all from Mexico?
Only I am from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually from the United States, so I'm actually the only Mexican in my team. Most of my team, it's all Asian, so I'm the only. Actually, no, we have one white. One of our members is white. The rest of them are Asians, and I'm the only Mexican. So
Gotcha.
we're all for all white priority. Trying to keep it different, you know.
Yeah, I gotta get the diversity in the team. It
Right.
helps. It helps. That's for sure. So, in this particular game, of course, we are going to be following your LeBlanc. So, why pick LeBlanc over any of the other vast majority of AP champions that you have?
Well, as most of my friends know, I was born to be an assassin, and I like to hide in the bushes. And yes, if I see anything I can get, I'll go. If I see a quick kill, I'll go in for it and I'll get it and get out. That's what. And LeBlanc is really good at it. She has her W, which means you can get into the fight and then W back out and just get out with the kill and just simply make the fight 5v4, which is like what you want to do with LeBlanc. You
Yeah,
want to be able to pick someone up and make 5v4 fights before even anything happens.
yeah, and that's definitely what she does. I can attest to that. So at this particular instance, you didn't pick up your level 2 ability until really late there. Was there a reason you didn't get distortion right away since you know you're jungling against Aramis?
Right, so I didn't know because I don't want to pick up my ability until I know I'm gonna need it. So I knew they have a Rammus jungle, so I want to wait on my skill. I don't want to get my E, and then, as you can see, Ramage just came for a jungle. So if I had picked up my E, I would have been I would have been scared and probably gotten first blood out of that.
Yeah, so do you normally pick up your E first before your W?
Usually yes, because LeBlanc is really good early game. If I can manage to get a Q E combo, just the snare and the silence, does really good damage along with auto attack. Because especially with Evelyn, she can get into range with my after I Q E. She'll be snared, she'll be silenced, and I'll be just getting free autos out of that.
Is that also why you're running a little bit of armor pen?
Hyper,
Because I did see that. I did see that you were
right.
running a
I
little bit of
run
armor
Hyper
pen.
Pen on LeBlanc just to get the early game going with the auto attacks, and it really helps. Like I said, harassing, especially against melee champions. Like you see, Evelyn, she can't really do much against my auto attacks.
Hmm.
So I just wanna, whenever I get free autos, I just go for them because you wanna harass your enemy down. Last hitting is a priority, but sometimes you wanna harass your enemy team down, your laner too.
Definitely. So, out of all the starting items, why do you go off just mana regen?
The reason why I go Mandarin, I want to be able to spam my Q and, like I said, harass my enemy down. That's why I also start with 5 pots and mana pots. I can just keep harassing and use my mana pot if I'm low and just get my enemy out of lane, get some EXP and get some early levels, and hopefully rush my Spectral Wraith. And as you can see later on, you'll the item that I get.
Gotcha. Good job on the spoiler there.
No, no, damn it. Damn. That was the whole like
That was your secret weapon, huh?
that was my secret weapon.
Yeah, so earlier you were talking about the early game for LeBlanc. When is your ideal time to get a kill? Or I guess not necessarily ideal, but when do you typically expect to get a kill, especially against another squishy opponent, kind of like Evelyn?
Well, if I get an early gank, which is usually ideal that you get an early gank by your jungler, this game it didn't happen. But LeBlanc can get an early kill as earlier as level 3 with her combo with Q, E, and W. If your jungler comes, all you need, because basically all you need is damage from your jungler. You have the CC and you have the silence. They can flash out and they'll be snared. So you only need the damage from your jungler to help you finish off that kill. So if
Yeah,
your jungler can help you with that, that'll be enough for you to get the easy kill over there.
yeah, that is one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't realize. I personally feel that silence is one of the strongest form of CCs, just because you can't flash out of it.
Right, definitely. And LeBlanc now, well, the thing is, you'll be silenced, and right after you're silenced, you'll be snared. So, like I said, that's a you'll be unable to move or flash out during that time.
Yeah, and when I was watching this game earlier and kind of going over everything, I was taking a look at your skill order as far as what you would do when you were going in for a kill. Have you ever? I know during the laning phase, a lot of times you can get off a Q and then wait a couple seconds right before that sigil disappears, and then throw on your W. So you just dash right on top of them, you distort right on top of them. You throw out your chains, and then before the second proc of your chains hits, you can actually hit them with another Q, which gets another silence.
Right.
Do you typically do that, or is that
Um,
something that you
Usually
just?
that's actually what you want to do. It's just sometimes it doesn't work like that. Most of them kind of after you hit your Q, they usually go away and run away during that time. So
Mm,
you can't typically run that combo. But usually that's what you want to do. You want to keep them silenced as long as possible and not being able to use any of their skills. So it'll be just free damage for you, especially against Evelyn. Like I said, she's very easy to she's very easy to kite if she's silenced. Especially like I said with LeBlanc, her W is pretty good.
yeah, definitely. So in this particular matchup, going up against the blue team here, Evelyn, Draven, Riven, Sona, and Rammus, who is going to be your main high priority target in these later game team fights?
Well, the thing about LeBlanc, and I think a huge misunderstanding with LeBlanc is like you don't always want to go for the carry if you're gonna get killed by while doing that. You want to go by the person that you can kill and being able to get out or still staying out alive. You want to make it a, like I said, you want to make it a 4v5 in your favor without hurting your team by dying.
Hmm. And that's a
So
very good
even
way to put it. Yeah.
right, so even if, like, let's say I go in and kill the Draven, but I end up being dead, my team will be able to follow anything up because now it's 4v4 and they don't have their AP carry. So it'll make it even. I mean, they won't have their AD carry, but also they won't have me, which is basically their from like my team, I'm the only one that can do burst damage. You
Yeah.
have Singe who can do sustained damage. I mean, MF is fine too, but she usually won't be like I said, it'll be difficult for her to get in the fight and burst anyone down.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
should want to stay in the back.
And there's a lot of CC on your team. Is that one of the reasons why you chose LeBlanc in this matchup? Just because you seem like you have a lot of protection? Or is she just like a champion you pick regardless of who you're going up against or who's on your team?
It's funny you say that because I usually just pick LeBlanc. Just I like I said, LeBlanc was my main champion. At my IGN before used to be LeBlanc or AFK, so it was my main champ. I was in the picture Potato Master Top 5 plays with the LeBlanc clip when my IGN was LeBlanc or AFK, but then I changed it. I stopped playing her for a bit because like I said, she started being weak. The most of the champions that went mid lane were pretty strong. They had a lot of sustain and they were tanking. Then you have you had the melee meta when like you had Talon and Pantheon going middle, and then like they just one shot you. So
Yeah.
I stopped playing LeBlanc for a bit, but then I'm back at it, and she's pretty strong. Well, she's okay. It depends on your team comp, and she's pretty good in solo queue, I believe.
Yeah, I also feel that a lot of the reasons why LeBlanc could be very viable now, as well as Cassidon too, is the main reason being everybody picks up armor. It seems that everybody's doing, nobody really picks up that much magic resist. Is that
Right.
another reason why you think she's strong, or are there other hidden reasons?
Right, that is also the main reason. It's more like of a Brewster meta right now, and the thing is, I like going LeBlanc if I'm going against also like assassins, for example, Kha'Zix or Set, because it will be going assassin versus assassin middle, and I think LeBlanc can pretty much I think LeBlanc is pretty strong against Set, just because she can silence Set can ult you, but then you can silence him, so he can shadow back or out, and he won't be able to do any damage to you after that.
It's
But like I said,
true.
you have to be smart. You have to play it smart. You can't just all in him because he can also ult you, and to in order for him to avoid your R, which is your main damage source.
Yeah, so actually going back onto the skill sets, for your R, what do you typically mimic? Do you always mimic your Q? Do you every once in a while do it for a double dash or do it for to snare two people?
And it really depends. Like I said, it's really situational. Usually you always wanna do your Q for damage. But sometimes you're gonna have to use you have to mimic your W, which is your jump, to get to places fast. Um, and being able to pick up those skills. For example, if they're low, I won't need my R to get the kill. I'll rather be there in place. I'll rather be there in that spot and just Q them, which will end up killing them. Sometimes I just need the extra mobility to get there, and not the damage. So if I need the damage, I'll go with Q. I mean, yeah, I'll go with mimic my Q. If I'll go with mobility, I'll go with my W. If it's someone tanky, for example, if I want to catch a Rammus and he's pretty tanky, I'll probably mimic my chains just to snare him down, and my team can get him later.
Gotcha, and that's what I was going to bring up next, because I know a lot of times when I was playing LeBlanc, that's exactly what I would do. If somebody was caught out of position, you just keep them snared in one place, and your team can pick it up if you're not able to burst them
Right.
down. Now, do you typically build any other like on active items? Because I know a lot of people were doing Deathfire Grasp on LeBlanc for quite some time.
Right, and I think it's pretty strong that fire grass. I personally don't. I personally like building. After I think I'm gonna get it now. So let me see if I get it. So I don't. Oh, yeah, right. So after I get my Spectral Wraith, now that I have it, I like to go for damage because I mean, DFG does provide it with a lot of burst, but sometimes with the I like to do more upfront damage rather than with cooldown reduction rather than because sometimes you can't get them in range to use your full combo. So you wanna I like to kite with LeBlanc more than basically burst. Because sometimes I can't get in range to use my Deathfire Grasp, and it will only end up hurting me trying to position for using my Deathfire Grasp. And I just like building upfront damage after my Spectral Wraith.
So why Spectral Wraith over like Morellonomicon or something like that?
Um, it provides me with lifesteal, and I think lifesteal is pretty strong on LeBlanc, especially with her combos with Q and R. I think it will get me back to nearly half health if done properly. My full combo, my Q R E, just for because all of the spells are single target, and they all provide me with lifesteal, full lifesteal. Another thing is, I want to be able to so if I see their jungler is somewhere bottom, I can go easily steal their blue with my QR combo, and it'll die right away. If I build a normal build, like let's say that Fire Grasp, I won't be able to do as much damage. I usually need help from my jungler to even get my own blue buff.
That's true. You can now solo the blue buff. It's very difficult. I really like that point because a lot of times when I see people play LeBlanc, they'll just wait for the opposing jungler to get their buff, and then LeBlanc will just kill that jungler afterwards, or at least try to, but the jungler a lot of times just gets away. So I like the change up that you're doing there, where you'd rather go for the buff because it's a little bit more, I guess you could say guaranteed, because you can just pop over the wall and do a ridiculous amount of damage.
Right, and all you have to do is Q R, and then wait for your Q a bit, and then E, and then when your E is about to second proc, you can Q again, and that'll if you have your Spectral Rate, that'll guarantee you the blue buff, early game at least.
That's awesome. That's really good. So a little bit ago, I think it was probably about a minute ago, we kind of missed the gank down below. I saw that you were going up against the Draven and the Sona, and I saw that you used your QR on a Draven that really didn't have that much health. Is that because you were just really greedy for the kill?
I just didn't know if he had his barrier up,
Oh,
so
okay.
I didn't want to risk him using barrier to get away. And I
Gotcha.
also knew I had enough damage. I had my Q and E, and Nautilus was Nautilus was coming along to finish up the Zona. So I didn't really need it the extra damage from my R. So it
Okay.
was just a guaranteed kill. I didn't want to risk him using his barrier and getting away,
Yeah,
or
definitely
at
don't
least
make the
Zona
risk.
getting away.
Don't make the risk if you don't have to. That's
Yeah,
for
just
sure.
play it safe.
So when you play LeBlanc, do people on your team rage at all just because of the picks? I know at that high level of play, a lot of people are very particular about the picks that you use.
um, Actually, it's quite the opposite. Maybe cause I've been smurfing with my friends sometimes, and they complain more at the gold server level than they do at the diamond level,
Huh.
and it's really weird. People actually are pretty okay with the or unorthodox picks too. I've done support Morgana and they're pretty fine, and I bet if I picked it in gold, like if we lose for some weird reason, I'll be the blame for it, even though I didn't have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and the Tila, people are more okay with that, more open to the picks, and they're more understanding because they know that obviously you don't want to lose, and they don't want to lose either. So and I think you just hurt some morale by criticizing someone, saying like, "Oh,
Definitely.
you're trolling" or something like that.
Yeah. That's good that you're actually getting positive feedback back from that. So, do you think LeBlanc may be one of your best champions, or is she just the one you have the most fun playing?
She's the one I have the most fun playing for sure. I play a variety of AP middles. Right now I'm practicing Ari. I don't play her a lot, but I'm practicing here, trying to, like I said, I'm trying to expand my roster for my team.
No.
So
How long has your team been together, by the way?
we've been together for about, like I said, about 2 weeks. You started getting to Challenger last week. We're currently Diamond 5.
Oh wow,
So
climbing
we're
up
trying.
fast.
I know, climbing up fast. That's true.
Yeah. So, do you have a lot of competition right now in the Challenger League? Or do you think you guys are going to be fine?
Um, we had some struggles, but I think we'll be able to get fine. We're learning from our mistakes. We have more wins than losses too, so that's a good thing. Um, like I said, I think we'll be fine. We'll make it, no doubt.
That's good. It's good to hear. We'll see you in Anaheim.
And see you in Anaheim, that's for sure.
Yeah. So where does the rest of your team live? Are you guys actually sponsored? Do you?
As of now, we're not. We're currently, like I said, we're trying to get to Challenger first. That's our main goal,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna be. Then when we have accomplished something, then we'll go start looking for sponsors.
It's a good way to do it. Do you guys have a website that you currently use? Just.
As
Uh,
of now, we don't. Well, like I said, once we get our team to Challenger, we'll start going. You'll hear from us.
okay.
So as you can see, I'm trying to. The life steal was the only thing that kept me alive from Draven's ult that time.
Definitely.
Riven was going all on me. I guess that they know that um, Riven knows at least she's trying to go for me every time. And let's go. I'm trying to debate whether to go in, but I think my team is already dead, so I gave up.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to go back in or not. Your ult
Yeah,
wasn't quite back up, and I think you possibly could have done something. I think that's kind of what you did there, and you baited out
yeah.
the barrier from Draven, which is really nice. But
I just try to get help Cinch out from that fight.
mhm.
I think if I wouldn't have QR Draven, I think he would have stayed there and killed
Yeah, most
Cinch.
definitely. Unfortunately, Draven didn't flash out of that, but
Yeah, he did use his barrier though, or
yeah,
I would. So
yeah,
that's
he
good.
used his barrier. So at this point, when you know that Draven doesn't have his barrier on, do you guys want to try to force some fights, or are you just kind of
Well,
hanging
as
back,
of
waiting
now,
for a better position?
from this game, I think I remember I don't know if our bot lane was pretty behind, so we didn't really want to force anything because I'm pretty sure we would have lost. So as of now, we're just trying to pick up, if we can, pick up enemy units if we can.
Yeah, any advantage?
Any advantage. So we know they went back, so we're trying to go mid tower, but as of now I'm getting blue buff, so I wouldn't be able to help much anyway to get the tower, but
Yeah,
my presence.
that's the bad thing about LeBlanc. I have difficulties with her taking down towers and stuff just because she doesn't auto attack that quickly. And
Right, and something that is good about playing LeBlanc. Well, something that people have to understand about when you're playing with the LeBlanc. LeBlanc won't carry your team. All she can do is create opportunities for your team. if she goes down bottom and gets the kill, that's her opportunity for bot lane to help to take an advantage and either like push the lane or take a tower, because LeBlanc can't do that. So it's LeBlanc's responsibility to help your team win so they can carry you. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah, it definitely does, and I also think that it's a huge misconception that people have about the champion, and a lot of AP assassins or assassins in general. So a lot of them can't push the lane all that hard, but they can create those opportunities you were talking about to have the team carry you. Just because you have a lot of kills doesn't necessarily mean that you're the one that needs to be carrying.
So
And
as you can see there, I use my R to get to Eve in order to Q her and finish her, and then I R'd back to where Riven was to finish off that kill on Riven.
yeah, and that was a beautiful double kill. I like how you went directly for Eve before she went invisible, so you could still pick up the double kill because you knew you could take it.
Right, and especially after she used her W too. So if I didn't do it at that time, she was probably gonna be gone by that. If I didn't do it fast enough.
Exactly. So it was really nice. I like to see plays like that. It's not very frequently that you see plays like that because you don't even see that many LeBlancs around. Do you know if any other LeBlancs at the higher level elo?
Actually, now that you mention it, no, not really. And I was playing with Dan the other day. Actually, he was saying, people in his stream were saying, wow, a lot of people are playing LeBlanc. And then Danden's like, no, it's only it's only one guy playing LeBlanc. It's not really a lot of people.
He just has a million different screen names.
Yeah.
There you go. That was that armor pen that did work.
Right, that was, work.
Yeah. So I really like your hybrid. Is there a reason you went for the penetration over the auto attack damage?
Like I said, it's the auto attacks at the beginning, and most of the AP medals now, I think every AP medal now are starting with their are starting to get armor at level 1.
Mhm.
That's right. So it helps me, like I said, wear them down and finish them off with.
That's true. So later.
Here I'm trying to silence the Riven so she doesn't get away, because Riven is really she moves in really fast with her once she gets her skills done.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to help Nautilus wear him down. I don't know if we actually. I think we did get it.
Yeah, there you go.
We
Yeah, he
got it.
picked her up. Yeah, I really like playing anybody that silences against a spammy champion like Evelynn and Riven. I feel that they're pretty hard counters because all they do is spam their abilities constantly, and if you can shut that down for 2.5 seconds, it's very, very strong.
Right. A lot of things I've seen too in High Diamond is a lot of Tryndameres I've started playing coming up. So I guess I figured out he's strong. LeBlanc is actually good at them too, because he can burst them down if possible and maybe waste his ult. And after that, he can just silence, and he can spin away if he wants to get away after that, after his ult is down.
That is also true. You think a lot of people are playing the Tryndamere because of the LCS All-Star, or just the All-Star thing that happened?
I think
Because I know there is a Tryndamere there.
Right, and also there, like I said, a few members of my team are playing him too. We and How, both of them are playing Tryndamere top, and they're starting to ban actually Tryndamere at the Diamond brackets. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
pretty good to see that they're doing good.
Yeah, because I know AP Tryndamere was relatively popular for a while,
Oh, yeah.
like a while back, but then
Right.
they nerfed him and then everybody stopped playing him.
Now it's the AD Tryndamere with yeah, with the what's that one item with the attack speed that gives you sparks?
Ionic Spark?
No, I said Ionic Spark. They renamed it to
Or the
Static
Shiv,
Shiv.
yes.
Yeah, that's
I always forget. It's always still Ionic
Yeah,
Spark
one
to
of
me. Yeah, Static Shiv. Really? They're going AP with the Static
Oh,
Shiv?
no, they're going AD.
Oh,
Static
they're
Shiv.
going AD. Gotcha, gotcha. That's
So I
weird.
think it's a fight is about to arise here. And like I said, you have to be careful about picking your targets. You can't just go Draven. So I think here, I saw one of them. I see Riven was out of position. So I just
Yeah.
picked up that kill right away. And then Cinch just took out of care of, well, I KS'd it, but he was just taking care of Draven.
Kill secured. You gotta secure it.
There you go. Here,
Oh, you just barely missed the chains there.
Right.
Was it because of a cooldown? I actually didn't see the
Yeah, it
cooldown
was
of
a
it.
cooldown, and
Okay.
also, well, he was too fast for me.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were just waiting for the Q to come up off cooldown or if it was the cooldown on the chains. So,
Something that I like to do too with LeBlanc, I don't think I did specifically in this game because most of the team is down. I like to wait on a bush, knowing that it's not pink, and if they come around, I'll probably try to kill their carry if they don't spot me as they're all walking around because they're all trying to rush Baron. So they don't expect me to be waiting in the bush. So I'll be probably just fighting on the tri bush with the little island bush.
Yeah.
And if I see their carry walk by, I'll probably just burst them down without even, and they won't see it coming either because they'll all be just, oh, Baron, let's go get it.
Yeah, they tunnel vision on Baron.
Right.
Do you typically do that in other bushes too? Because I see here you're just kind of hanging out in tri bush.
Right. Because I know the lane is pushing, so I was expecting Riven to come. And I see Evelyn, and I don't know if I could. I think I backed out because I'm like, what if the whole team was around? Yeah, I was waiting for Riven because I know I can kill Riven. Because from the last fight, I wasn't sure if Evelyn had her ult up or I don't know what I didn't go on that actually. I think the minion wave was too big or something.
Gotcha. Yeah, because the minions still do a lot of damage, and you don't have enough health right now to really make a presence. So why did you end up going for the Void Staff instead of the other Magic Pen items like Leandry's Torment or Abyssal Scepter or something like that?
Well, they only have one AD. One AP. I'm sorry, which is Evelyn, and I'm not too worried about Evelyn. Because usually Evelyn would be going for our AD carry, and the only person that will be going for me will be probably Riven. So MR won't do much for me. It's usually so if I'm gonna go for something this game, I'll probably go for an Hourglass and not a Vessel. Also, they have a Ramus, so a lot of like I said, like 20 MR is not gonna do anything when Ramus uses a skill to give him tons of MR. So that's why I went for Void Staff. Also, like I said, I don't have much magic friend because I went for hybrid pen runes.
Yeah. So
and I already have a tons of damage from my death cap, so I really don't need the extra. I think I just need the upfront damage from my Void Staff too.
Gotcha. It's better for the percentage base. So basically, the Void Staff is more for kiting out Ramus because at this point you feel that you can pretty much burst anybody down.
Right.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Because a lot of times it's just to have that perfect, even mesh right between the damage that you deal as well as the penetration.
Right.
Because that's the really hard part. And is that something you calculate on the fly, or is that something you have like sheet of paper onto the side?
Get my calculator out. I just look at the fights and see what's happening. So I saw that I burst the Riven pretty quickly. So I know, okay, I have enough damage to kill them now. To kill Riven. So I don't need more AP damage. I just need penetration as quick because I already burst them down. So I don't need extra help from other items.
Gotcha. So as far as playstyle goes, I know a lot of people can be very analytical. Some people just go off straight game sense and they go into the zone and zone out, and some people just have to pay attention to everything that's going on at all times. What kind of player are you when it comes to League of Legends?
I think I'm a look what everything's around, what's going on. I think my map awareness is pretty good. And it's funny you say like, oh, they go into the zone, because I was watching some streams and like a fight is going on top and their stream is just still on their character. But also with me, I'll probably be looking what's going on top and see if I can do anything to go help them. Although sometimes it might hurt, like I said, it works both ways. Sometimes it can help you and sometimes it can hurt you, because for example, if you see an early fight top and you go and help them and maybe you help them and you get the kill, that's fine. But then it will hurt your lane because now the person middle has an XP advantage over you.
Yeah, definitely. And so is that all stuff you just calculate on the fly, or is it just from experience of playing so many games as LeBlanc?
I think it's the experience of playing so many games as LeBlanc. I'm pretty sure I've played like at least, I don't know, more than 500 games with LeBlanc.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm more than 500.
So it's been a couple. It's been
a
couple.
She was actually my first champion who I played since level 25. But that wasn't that good then, but I came back to my roots.
That's pretty good. It's always nice to come back. I think I started with Jax. Oh man, that never turned out good.
Not even when he was OP or what?
No, it was like right when they nerfed him into the ground. Because I started right after beta, so everyone was like, Jax is the most OP thing ever. And then I started playing Jax, but I didn't read patch notes because I didn't know they existed when I started. And so he was horrible.
I started playing when, who was around? I started playing when Nocturne came around because I was a huge. I used to play MapleStory a lot, so I would play
Huh.
that, and then I moved up to the big league and play League of Legends. So
MapleStory.
MapleStory.
It seems like a lot of people have been playing MapleStory, or they did, and
Actually,
then they went to
I
League of
met
Legends.
you know who I met? I met Tina from Team Siren.
Oh yeah.
I met her in MapleStory, and then we moved to League of Legends. So I've known her for quite a while now, like
Oh jeez.
maybe 3 or 4 years.
I can't believe they've gotten so much flack for that video that they put
Oh
out.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I feel so
Yeah,
bad for
me
them.
too. Me too.
Even the other team though, the one in Taiwan, what was it?
Oh, the
Heaven.
Angel
Yeah,
something.
it was like Heaven's Angels or something weird like that. I forgot exactly what the team name was, but even they got a lot of crap for their video, and I was
Right.
very surprised. I didn't understand because a lot of people were saying that you have to be professional to talk crap or whatever like
Right.
that, and I'm like, I don't think that's the way it works.
They weren't even talking crap, but I said like I
Yeah,
thought it was cool, but I mean, like I said, I guess there's not a lot of support for I said like to me it's just like let them do their thing. It's not like they're hurting anyone or anything.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah, it's sad to see the backlash, so
right.
I always feel bad for that.
Um, Here I think we get. Oh no, we don't. I'll just take the kill. Okay.
Yeah, that's all you do. So how come you don't get the Leandry's Torment at all?
Um,
I would think
well, like
that's
I
a
said,
very good
I
ability.
like well they don't have to begin. Like I said, I already have enough a lot of I already have the damage to kill them.
Hmm.
So the percentage health that I do from the Landers won't help me at all to you know what I mean? I already killed them without the Leander's effect. So only and they don't even have that much HP. The only one tanky will probably be Ramus, but that's not my priority.
That's true. It's definitely not your priority. Always just thought it came in handy while kiting and things like that, because you could just poke somebody out with your chains and do quite a bit of extra damage just by simply hitting them with that.
Um, it'll be good. I don't think I mean not in this specific game, but I can see how that can be helpful. Just because like I said,
And then there you just
just die.
melted. You just melted her. You didn't even have to use your distortion.
Right. So when you at this point of the game with LeBlanc, you don't want to stay with your team because if you want to stay away from your team, so they don't know where you are.
Yeah. So
And
it's almost like Fiddlesticks. Player
right,
like
kind of like
Fiddlesticks.
Fiddlesticks. You don't want to tell them because if they know where you are, then they can usually just prevent you. So I think I used W back to stop Rams from killing.
Yeah, and I like how you just double dashed in there and ignited the Eve and knew that that was going to finish her off and then went back. That was really, really skilled. So do you normally just go in there and throw in an ignite? Do you know exactly how much damage your ignite does at every single level? And
Right,
then,
and if you hover over the skill ignite, it tells you how much too. So I knew where she was pretty low, and I knew my ignite was gonna finish her off.
that's awesome. Alright, so yeah, we're getting to pretty close to the end of the game here. Is there any shoutouts or anything you had to say?
Well, I was gonna thank you for the opportunity. It's pretty fun. It was pretty fun doing this. And just shout out to my team, No Return Gaming, and my teammates. They know who they are.
Well, why don't you tell for the people that don't know who they are? We got to
Um,
root for somebody.
okay, we have FWII on top lane. His name is Shang. We have Hao playing our AD. We have TFT supports playing our support. It's our support player, and we have Yagami playing. And he's our jungler. So we're Return Gaming, and you guys will be hearing us from us soon.
All right, sounds great. And thank you very much for the interview, and I look forward to seeing you at Anaheim.
Yep,
Yep, of course.
it was pretty fun doing this. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. See you later.